And as time went by, I began to see the challenges the young people are facing. And it was born in me that we could begin an organization that can create a space for the young people to project their voices and to participate in job creation and even dealing with the community problems that so far no one has reason to address them.
Can you kindly please state the vision and mission of the Beyond Sasa CBO? Hello viewers, my name is 𝐂𝐁𝐎 Mureti. I am excited today to have the founder of Beyond Sasa CBO, Mr. Martin Mwamburi. He is going to answer questions that will enable us understand the Beyond Sasa CBO in a better way. So, Mr. Martin, will you please introduce yourself?
Okay, thank you, Ian. Yes, it is a pleasure to be in this sitting here. My name is Martin Mwamburi, like you've heard. I am married and we are blessed with one child. She's called Mureti. And I'm just happy to be here. So I'm here to respond to all the questions. We want you to understand what is Beyond Sasa CBO and its operations, because we'll definitely require your support in carrying its operations. Thank you.
Mr. Martin, what is Beyond Sasa CBO?
Thank you, Ian. Beyond Sasa is a community-based organization registered in Kilifi County, and we are located in Mtwapa. We began this CBO 2 years ago, and I'm glad for the progress we've made to this far.
Why the name Beyond Sasa?
Okay, the name Beyond Sasa, actually it's two names joined together. The first English word is beyond, and the second one is a Swahili name, means Sasa. So beyond is about past, today's hardships, sufferings. So it is past the present. And then Sasa, of course, talks about now. So it is about seeing past the present, environment, circumstances, and everything to see the future that is ahead of you.
What inspired you to start Beyond Sasa CBO?
First of all, I'll say myself. From a very young age, I've always desired to bring out that which is in me, that for many years it looked like it is hidden. I have this personality that is very quiet, no drama, no nothing. So it felt like I needed something that would manifest and create a positive impact in the society. Then as time went by, I began to see the challenges the young people are facing. And it was born in me that we could begin an organization that can create a space for the young people to project their voices and to participate in job creation and even dealing with the community problems that so far no one has reason to address them.
And what are the pillars of Beyond Sasa organization, and would you briefly explain them to our viewers?
Okay, thank you, Ian. The three pillars of Beyond Sasa CBO are as follows. The first one is the voice. The second one is the body. And the third one is relational ability. When you talk of the voice, teenagers have a voice. They are the best to tell us what is happening in their lives, what is happening at home, what is happening at school. And it's only fair to afford them an opportunity to exercise their voices. Beyond Sasa is going to offer teenagers such an opportunity. The second one is the body. The body is the physical presentation of these teenagers. If they were not able to show up physically, we'll not have this mentorship program. So we value their physical presentation, their physical showing up. That's why we have the body as the second pillar. Then the third pillar is relational ability. Most teenagers are complaining of neglect by their parents and the older generation. So we are coming in to help teenagers develop intra and interpersonal skills to get the support they need to achieve the academic and personal goals.
Can you kindly please state the vision and mission of the Beyond Sasa CBO?
Okay, thank you, Ian, and our viewers. So for me to get the right words exactly, allow me to read from this paper. So our vision as Beyond Sasa CBO is to transform the teenagers using the SHAPE mentorship and motivational program in order to help them realize their God-given SHAPE. Our mission is committing to mentoring teenagers through a journey of self-awareness, self-acceptance, self-expression, and self-actualization in order to bring about excellence in their personal, academic, and future lives.
Wow, that's powerful. So in a nutshell, would you please explain to us how you intend to achieve the mission and the vision?
Thank you. The mentoring and motivational sessions will help every teenager understand their emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical shape that gives them the voice to belong and the voice to run their lives in a way that is authentic and original. So basically, it's a relationship that is going to lead the teenagers to free up their talents, their giftings, and this is basically what we are looking forward to doing in Beyond Sasa CBO. As for the missions, the most important journey for every teenager, or for every human being, if I may say, is a journey of self-awareness, self-acceptance, self-expression, and self-actualization. As a CBO, we endeavor to walk and work with every teenager in our program through that journey of self-awareness, and we'll have them apply the knowledge they have of themselves in their academic and even their personal lives.
Wow, that's powerful. How was your childhood upbringing shaped your becoming teenager?
There's little I remember about my childhood, but if I can recall a little bit, I was this quiet guy. I was mama's boy, if you want to say that, because everywhere mom used to go with us, will go to us in those church functions, and all I remember is good memories we had going to those places. So I was this quiet guy, but there was always that desire to reveal something beyond me being quiet and being introverted. So I'll say my childhood was normal, but again, it gave me an opportunity to go around with mom most of the time. Yeah.
How was your relationship with your parents when you turned into a teenager?
Thank you very much. The much I remember is the relationship with my mom, because my dad passed on, I believe I was 8 years old. So there's little I recall of my relationship or experience with him. But all through my teenagehood, I had mom around, and she's the one I can remember most of the times how we interacted. And to me, she's the best mom. She's the one who was there, was patient with me. And I remember one time I had this burst of anger, and I almost slid a friend of mine's throat because I threw to him these sufuria lids. And if he had not escaped, today it could have been a different story. So I can remember that should be, I was a teenager then, and anger was almost getting the worst of me. But ever since that experience, I developed a sense of calmness and composure to this very day.
So sorry about your dad.
Thank you.
What are some of the challenges that you experienced as a teen in school, and what were the major challenges that faced the teens of your time?
Okay, one of the challenges I remember clearly was the fact that I wasn't from a very well-to-do family, so there was a sense of low inferiority complex. I never believed in myself so much because I've always regarded other people better than I did, which worked against me because that made me less active in class. I couldn't ask questions, I couldn't answer questions, and I believe that really interfered with my academic excellence to a certain degree. Most teenagers during my time, they face similar experiences, and I believe um, just that there were some different classes in the school. Some looked brighter than you, and that was huge on me and on many other teenagers during then.
Were, were there any shape mentoring and motivational programs in your time?
Not any I can remember. Yeah.
What are the techniques and strategies that parents of your time used to shape the teens of your time, which you think are still valid and should be incorporated in our teen shape mentorship program?
Thank you very much, Ian. For me, I believe the God factor. Like my mom believed in God. When dad passed on, you can imagine the tall order of raising children without then the breadwinner. So the God factor made life bearable, made life palatable, made life look a little bit easier for me. And it also gave me a good grounding in Christianity and in the Word of God. The second thing was about presence. My mom was always there with me. So look at it this way. She was a household wife, a household mother, but the advantage was she was always there for us. She was there for me. And that has contributed to me being very self-driven and self-confident. So the things that I believe we can also bring into the SHEP mentorship program is helping parents have the God factor in their parenting, and most importantly, parents being intentional in being present to their children, whether they are at school, whether at home, and every time, because that becomes a very important basis for the child future success and excellence.
Can parents be trained on how to mentor their teens using the SHAPE program?
Absolutely. One of the programs we are working on starting to deliver to the parents, especially of those teens that we have in our program, is a program called Shape Parenting Model, which is a call for parents to lead from inside out. That means the parent will discover their emotional, mental, and spiritual shape and use it to relate with their children. That way, they will permit their children also to grow and evolve from their own personal, authentic shape. So yes, we have a program that we are here to release very soon to the parents. But as for now, we are focusing on the teenagers because they are our primary target or primary tribe. Thank you.
Do you have future plans of conducting SHAPE Youth Mentorship programs?
Absolutely. So here is what we are doing. We are beginning with teenagers. So it's between 12 years. We are saying up to 17. Then after this group, the first group, after we are done with the first group on the mentorship, we want to follow up with the youth mentorship program, which will basically be a transition. So they are moving from adolescence or teenage into youthhood. And during that phase, we will focus much more on things to do with career and job search, but we are also going to be biased towards the shape modality or the shape model, where these young people will pursue careers, they look for jobs, but being driven by their unique emotional, mental, and spiritual shapes.
How effective are the SHAPE mentorship programs globally in the transformation of teens?
I don't have much statistics to talk about. However, what I've noticed is that teenagers, they are in a stage where they want to practice self-autonomy or self-governance. And to so many of us adults, we take that as a sign that they want to rebel, they want to pull away from us. But in reality, it's a very critical stage. At the same time, a time where these children are very vulnerable. So even though they look and they act like they don't need us, the truth is they need the parent, they need the support of parent. And so what I've seen online and YouTube and stuff, I've seen many organizations and many people really working towards bridging the gap between the teenagers and the parents. So yes, there are programs that are being run world over, and these programs are very pivotal in shaping the teenagers into self-driven individuals. Yeah.
So what distinguishes your mentorship program from the rest?
Wow, thank you. Well, our our mentorship program is called SHAPE because we strongly believe that unless a teenager has questions like who am I, why am I here, where am I going, they are doomed forever. So for us, the program is unique because it connects with the teenager at a time where they're asking so many important questions with zero or few answers, and sometimes even incorrect answers being provided. And so as we come in, we are bridging the gap, and we're ensuring that our teenagers truly understand their shape and they begin to apply their shape in their academic and their personal lives.
Do you have any strategic plan on how you can offer SHAPE mentorship sessions to teens that are involving gayism and lesbianism, especially in our boarding schools?
Thank you. That's a very delicate topic to talk about because it is emerging and there are many questions around it. However, from our programming, we are concerned with the human being that is the teenager. Our focus is these teenagers having emotional, mental, and spiritual support. There are many reasons why a teenager will be caught up in the emerging issues. Our focus is ensuring that the environment that we are creating is very safe, very conducive, very supportive, and eventually we believe every teenager will evolve and will grow, and we believe that many will make a responsible decision based on their relationship with God and based on their own values that are informed by their authentic and original shape. Yeah.
Is Beyond Sasa CBO open to accept and enroll teens that engage in substance abuse and crime into the SHAPE mentorship program?
Come again, I didn't hear that one.
Is Beyond Sasa CBO
Yes.
open to accept and enroll teens that engage in substance abuse and crime into the SHAPE program?
Absolutely, yes. We are not discriminating, we're not segregating any teenager. However, issues to do with drugs and substance abuse need more resources and need more expertise. And at the moment, we don't have such capacity. What we are going to do is have linkages. So we're going to link up with CBOs and organizations that are doing that, so that while they can attend to these teenagers on that aspect of recovery, of their drug addiction and substance addiction. But as for us, we will come in and offer that emotional, mental, and spiritual support and insight, so that these teenagers can have that holistic recovery that they are expected to achieve. Thank you.
Mr. Martin, the motto of Beyond Sasa is living tomorrow. Kindly help the viewers to understand what that means, as well as how you intend to bring it into reality in the lives of your mentees.
Thank you once again, Ian. Yes, our motto is living tomorrow today. Young people have a lot in their present. Sometimes they go through dark periods, dark moments, the challenges, especially the area where this organization is located. We have teenagers being threatened to drop out of school because of early childhood pregnancies, forced marriages, drug abuse, negative peer pressure. So, living tomorrow today is about empowering these young people to project onto the future and realize the greatness that is there for them to behold, the places that are there for them to go, the jobs that are there for them to create, the books that are there for them to write, the songs that are there for them to sing. So with that projection, they can bring their future, their bright future, into their today's programming, decision making, and choices that will eventually, step by step, lead them into becoming the great future they saw ahead. So it is about see tomorrow bright, good, excellent, and great. Then they integrate it into their present decision and choices, which eventually will lead them to becoming that tomorrow. Yeah.
That's very awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why have you chosen to incorporate The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren and 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens by Sean Covey in your SHAPE Teens Mentorship program?
Okay, thank you. The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren is a book that transformed me. I can actually say that it was very inspirational to me beginning or finding this CBO. This book opened me to a journey of self-discovery.
Yeah.
I was able to identify my spiritual gifts. I was able to discover my talents. And since then, I realized my confidence level has shot to very crazy levels. My interactions with people has changed. So this is a book that I bumped into at a very critical stage of my life, and it transformed me. So I believe this is a book that if every teenager will go through the journey of self-discovery or the purpose-driven journey of 40 days, I believe it will also do the good that it did to me. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens is also a very important book because, again, it was written by a teenager. So it is written by this guy, Sean Covey, but he was reflecting on his time as a teenager. So it brings lessons that specifically resonate with the teenagers in their present situation and circumstances, and it cuts across all tribes, all races. And so that is the reason why we have those two books as key pillars in our program.
What are some of the activities and programs do you wish to deploy in order to get your organization stand out and attain excellence?
Thank you very much. One of the things we are very keen about is identifying, nurturing, and deploying talents. So even the founders or the mentors, the people we have on board as our team, we are keen to identify their talents. For example, the guy who is behind this video recording is a guy we've been serving in church together, but I didn't know he's such a guru or is such an important factor in terms of us doing these media things. So as you can see, it is his talent, which you can't say it was very conspicuous. But then when we met and he linked up with us, now he's doing great things. And as you can see in this YouTube channel, he's the one who is running it. And I believe that's something to be proud of. So our focus is really singling out every teenager and getting them to understand on their shape, but most importantly, to discover the gifts and the talents in them, and they can use those gifts to earn an income rather than just going with this mindset that finish until you go to campus, then look for a job. I believe that waiting mentality is misleading our young people, and it's important for us to change the trajectory or change the mentality so that our young people can participate in their lives on a daily basis, and they can apply their gifts and talents. And who said they can't make money when they're still in school? They can. It's happening world over. It's happening in Western nations. Why can't it happen in Africa and in Kenya to start with? So that is what is really driving us. We have to change this mentality that you have to go through a schooling system and you're being told your true life or your real life is ahead of you, which is not even which is very misleading. And I can say with confidence, it's not even godly, because God created us and he said he blessed us to have dominion. So there's no day you'll have to play around, to live just like a zombie, and then tomorrow is a time for you to practice leadership and dominion over your life. No, it starts now. It starts even when the child has just been born. It is about us as parents and adults realizing that we are the ones to help these children develop that culture of being present in the present circumstances, identify the opportunities that are there, let them make decisions and choices that will push them and launch them into higher and greater heights. Yeah.
Do you offer virtual shape teen mentoring sessions?
Thank you very much, Ian. For now, of course, we have focused so much on the physical meetings we are having with the mentees, but as we continue, we are planning to have programs that can be uploaded online, and we can also have one-on-one sessions through WhatsApp, Google Meet, and Zoom. But for now, we have put so much effort into the one-on-one physical meetings sessions with the mentees because we want them to get the best, and we believe once we have the right foundation, then it will be easier for us to widen the scope and reach to so many young people. So at the moment, we've focused so much on to the one-on-one, but we are also working around how to be found online so that teenagers world over can benefit from this SHARP Teens Mentorship program.
For the purpose of our viewer, just in case if somebody is willing to join, how can one register?
Okay, thank you. So the joining is on two folds. One, you could be a parent, you could be an adult, and you want to participate as a mentor. Well, what you do, there's a form. You'll find a form on our YouTube channel and below this video. So sign up. After that, we will call you and take you through an orientation program. We have a number of important programs that we've lined up to ensure that our mentors really understand what 𝐂𝐻𝐎 mentorship is all about. And it's not just standing and talking to the teenagers. For example, just if you can allow me to explain a little bit, our approach in working with the mentees, is conversational. We are using a program called the 3L framework, which is about allowing the teenager to own up the sessions and the processes. So in our programs, we have the teenagers really leading us into spaces where they need support, they need help, they need company. So we are looking for an opportunity to be available and just offer them that which they need, because if you meet a need, you transform a person.
Would you kindly mention the various social media platforms that you use to offer both teen and parental mentorship?
Thank you. So we are going to use the Facebook, of course, because we know we're going to reach so many parents on Facebook. We're also going to use the YouTube. We'll be uploading content and videos. We'll also are going to make use of TikTok. We'll also be uploading videos there. Most importantly, once we begin the interactive sessions with teens online, then it means we're going to use platforms like WhatsApp, Zoom, and Google Meet to do the presentations. We're also going to use StreamYard to do live programs and live sessions that are aimed at empowering the teenagers world over. Yes.
Where are the teens mentorship sessions held currently, and how can teens from the coastal counties reach there?
Thank you very much, Ian. First, let me appreciate in absentia Pastor Patrick Mshiri, who has offered us an opportunity to use the church compound or the church facility to run this program. So it is the Bible Way Ministries, Mtwapa branch, and all our sessions are happening inside this compound or inside the church. We meet twice a month, so it is usually the second week of the month and the fourth week of the month. So for any teenager or for any parent who want to contact us on their child, all they can do is to reach us out through 0724 521603, or we'll also have a form on the videos on the YouTube channel that you can also use to contact us, so that we can arrange on how your child can get the mentorship, even as we continue to mentor the ones that you already have.
In what areas can our viewers help your organization to expand and reach out to more teens?
Thank you very much. One of the ways you can reach many people in this world of technology, of course, is in pictorial presentations, in really videos and images and pictures. And so one of the areas we will need support is for us to get equipment that can help us produce the best pictures, do the best videos that will be appealing to the whole world, to the teenagers, most importantly. Secondly, the mentees we have in our program, for example, they come from a slum in Mtwapa, and they have many needs. Some of them are going to school without food. Their life is full of anxiety. They leave in the morning with nothing as breakfast. They go to school in the evening. They come. They're not sure whether they'll find food or they won't. So that's an area I want to appeal to whoever is listening and watching this program. You can identify with a teenager. You can support them. You can have them have food so that children can live as children. They are not supposed to be thinking about issues to do with food, issues to do with money, because that belongs to the parents. I believe that's the reason why God allowed you to be born earlier than them, so that they can have the time to be children, because these important things that happen in their childhood that are pivotal in their adult life. So for us, we will require your support, financial support, and I think I can mention how to support us financially. So we have an M-Pesa pay bill, which is 4061227. So you can send your donation, you can send your support, and you can indicate in the account section whether you want to buy food, you want to do clothing. You will find a link that tables the needs of each mentee, and you can decide which one you want to respond to. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Martin, for your time, for being with us, for explaining to us all these questions. I know now most of our viewers now understand what is Beyond Sasa CBO. Thank you very much for your time. So, what are your final remarks?
Thank you very much, Ian, and thank you for the questions. What I want to place as my final remarks is a call for parents to treasure the children that have been placed in their care by God. I want to categorically assert that the child before you is not your property, is not your product, is not your doing. That has been given to you by God. It's your responsibility to raise the child as God will do. God could have done it by himself, but he chose you and me. So let us value these children. Let us also value the time we have with them. Just the other day, my daughter was very young and she was all over me. She was all over her mother. But now she's in high school, and we are feeling her absence. So there's always like, what if I wasn't present to her? Will I be able to bring the clock back? No, it's not possible. So that's why let's focus on today, the present. If you have a child, be there for the child. Secondly, most importantly, as parents, we have to come out of this culture that they know it all. Like, we assume we know everything about parenting. There's a lot that I'm ignorant. There's a lot that you're ignorant about parenting. So when you open yourself up, you will be corrected and you will be inspired to parent differently than your parents parented you. We're not imputing any wrongdoing or any negative label on our parents, but we are saying, look at today. Knowledge and information is at our fingertips. So we cannot afford to run life the way our parents ran. We cannot afford to parent our children the way our parents parented us, because by then God understood there wasn't this knowledge and the information that we have. So currently, the standards have changed. We cannot use old methods, because then we will not hit the standards that God has set in this dispensation when we are parenting. So those are my final remarks, and thank you very much, Ian.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. And just for the sake of our viewers, so where can we get you? Social media, maybe?
Thank you. So on Facebook, I have a page called Martin the Coach. You'll get all my stuff there. I talk about parenting, talk about relationships, and mental and emotional health. Those are my areas of focus. You can also find me on YouTube. My name is Martin the Coach. Again, you'll find me there. You can also find me on TikTok. The name still is Martin the Coach. And lastly, you can find me on Instagram, Martin the Coach. So let's interact in those spaces. And I strongly believe change is coming to your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin, the coach.
Thank you.
So thank you very much, our viewers. It was our time with the founder of CBO. God bless you.
Thank you.